Namaste, angels. This is the Virgo new moon reading. It seems like you're actually going to get a moon reading and a love reading today, even though all day long the powers that would have it not happen have been at work, and the thing wouldn't upload or nothing. I mean, I did record late. I didn't do it yesterday, Sunday. I did it today, Monday, which is the day of the new moon. But I still did it a long time ago, so things should have uploaded or whatever. But it was like the bar was not moving at all. And I told you before, I have like the fastest internet speed there is, at least according to Verizon. And it literally was not moving, like not even inching along. Nothing was happening. And I did not get upset. I was calm. I went and did my moon ritual. I came back. It had finally started it. So I guess that's what I needed to do. Maybe somebody was trying to work against me. I even called the general reading "Haters Gonna Hate," and I rarely get any dislikes, but I got one. So I had to hate it myself. One dislike, out of all the people that watch the video. It's so crazy. Anyway, I'm here. I'm here, and the love reading is finally uploading, so you should get that. You should get this. We're going to get right into it. I'm using the Keepers of the Light Oracle and the Ascended Master deck. I started to go through my drawer and look for like other decks, because I'm sure I have one that has the goddess Durga in it. I wanted to use her because a lot of people pray to her at this time in the Hindi culture. I told you I've been having revelations and visions and things about the Hindi culture and those deities, and Ascended Masters have been visiting me, for the first time since that I can recall, at least since I've been on this journey, other than this dream I had, don't ask, years ago, with this Indian guide. Anyway, so I wanted to incorporate these cards or decks that may have Durga, Shiva, Ganesha, Parvati, I guess that may be it, in them, because right now there is a festival for Ganesha going on, and there's also one for where they would pray to mothers. So Durga and Parvati, they'll pray to the goddesses. Anyway, let's get started with the fortune cookie cards. We're starting with sexuality. Existing relationships can find new passion and heightened sexual attraction. Opportunities for marriage and good family life are strong. But if you're single, beware of temptations that could lead to trouble. All right. Also, a child could bring joy. Great joy. Behind that, also upright, we have society. Say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent network opportunities and new love interests for singles will be the result. So we keep seeing the same cards. That has not stopped me from using the fortune cookies over and over, even though we kept seeing the same ones all week. I think it's kind of good to see the same ones all week, because it just reinforces the message and tells you, in what area of your life to expect it. We got communication showing up now. A reunion could bring love and rekindling of friendships. Also, a lucky win seems likely. Maybe play a scratch off for your number or something. All right, what's that? It's two of them. One is reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. And declutter. Declutter your life to let go of correspondence, objects, and people who you no longer want. Someone will hurt your feelings and reveal a new side of themselves that you may wish to avoid. So that's probably part of the hate is going to hate message that we got with the general reading. Because I did say it could be somebody like otherwise close to you. All right, our overall energy is reflection. Friendships in your life may come to an end. Others could blossom and become even stronger. Definitely saw evidence of that in the love reading. I think in the general too. Also, speaking of love, we have love here. Love is in the air. It's a great time for communication and taking relationships to the next level. Also luck. A sudden change of luck is likely. Things are working in your favor. It's an excellent time for networking. Keepers of the light work will begin with charity, prayer, and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. And we have Bridget. She's very fiery. She's like very like Leo for me, but also I guess, could be tied to the energies of Aries and Sagittarius as well. Move back into wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. The next card is Commander Ashtar. He is in reverse. I'm going to shuffle these. There he is. Lord Ganesh and infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. And he's opposite hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. Serapis Bay, Ascension. Move into true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Behind that we have Hilarion, Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. This is very like earth sign, and I guess Virgo in this case. Look at the guy's eyes are green. The light all around him is green. His halo's green. He's wearing this green like Merkaba gem. Very interesting. El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Lastly, the Ascendant Masters deck, beginning with Kuan Yin and Let Go. Mother, wife, sister, daughter is a feminine energy with whom you need to heal some sort of area of your life. It could be your own inner feminine. We all are androgynous at the soul level. Drink water. This is a period of ascension. So we just saw Serapis Bay with ascension. In fact, that's our overall energy here. And now I just saw Osha. And whenever I see her, I don't see where she went, but whenever I see her, it is about ascension. Opening that to Vishnu and trust. And one of the reasons why I used this deck. Vishnu, a combination of Shiva, Brahma, and Krishna. Teacher. That's our overall energy. And this one for me is very earth too, although not necessarily Virgo. It comes across kind of Hierophant for me, which in the tarot represents the sign of Taurus, of course. All right, so we're going to get started with a spread from the perspective of the universe to let us know what's up and what we can expect or should be focusing on new with this new moon. Divine being or couple. Recent past, near future, masculine's higher self, blocks the individual or shared progress, what the feminine can do to help herself, what the masculine can do to help himself, what the universe wants to help us both with, masculine and feminine, and what we can expect new with the new moon by the time of the next moon phase, by the time of the full moon. We'll do the same with these. I went out of order. And I think the blocked has 2 of these. So it might get interesting in a minute. divine being or couple. Thought says right. And it has this big moon here. I think if you guys haven't done it already, I mean, when I said I got up and I went to do my moon intentions, y'all know I like to write stuff down and that I'm manifesting and then, pray over it and set it on fire. So I got started on that. I wrote it down. I put it outside with a cinnamon stick and my Nefertiti sculpture to hold it down, like weigh it down, because it's outside on my terrace. So I'm just going to make that suggestion. This could also be about communication. Thought is also Mercury, or Hermes, or Enoch. The angel. The angel that rules the light workers. Metatron. I don't know why I was drawing a block. I could like literally see him in front of me and couldn't come up with the name. Anyway, inner strength. So you might get some strength, the strength to express yourself, the strength to put something down on paper, the strength to say what you have to say. You know, all of these things. Move back into wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. And the fortune cookie message with that is travel. Long distance communication. It's about communication. Okay, so not just communication, but maybe for some of us specifically, long distance communication will open up your life. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancement for others. I should have looked at the fortune cookie first, right? Then I would have known the message in reverse. Recent past. Freedom. So probably with the 2 Aquarius full moons, she's got a moon behind her too. We had 2 Aquarius full moons back to back. Aquarius is the sign of freedom and humanitarianism. You know what? Virgo. Virgo is also known in the zodiac. It's interesting to me because I don't see Virgos this way. But anyway, Virgo is seen as a humanitarian sign. So maybe I meant to mention that right now as well. And this card does represent Virgo for me. Remember I said like the other one is kind of Hierophant-ish? Well, this one is kind of Hermit-ish, right? Higher learning. It's kind of like a Hermit Hierophant combo. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. I mean, who does all the inner study? Who does that kind of introspection and looking into themselves? And they're both the teacher and the student. That's the hermit, and he does represent the sign of Virgo. So I guess that's why I was meant to mention that we have Aquarius and we have Virgo. Back to back now. We had 2 Aquarius full moons and now we have the Virgo new moon, and both of these signs about humanitarianism. And it's going to be paired with the fortune cookie message of intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn. Higher learning. It's a great time to learn a new skill, to change careers, or to invest money. I love my guides, my angels, and my cards. I can pick any decks of cards, totally unrelated and random, and pile them up with each other and get them to have like corresponding messages. I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed to be able to do that. I've been doing it for years. Anyway, near future. Work your magic, says Saint Germain. He's all clad in the purple. Saint Germain is the guardian of the 7th ray. There's the violet, the purple. This is air energy. Well, it makes sense because the magician in the tarot is Mercury and Gemini energy, but his divine feminine is Lady Portia, and she's like representative of like justice and Libra energy. And then we have psychic insight. So we're talking about crown chakra. We're talking about air energies. This near future situation for you could be somewhat tied maybe to an air sign or to air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Mercury, Venus. Venus currently located in Virgo as well, but leaving this week and going over to Scorpio. I'm sorry, Venus moved into Libra already, and she's leaving Libra and moving into Scorpio. Who is in? Somebody is in. Maybe it's Mercury. Mars. It's Mars. It's Mars. Mercury may be there too, actually, and probably leaving soon. In any case, I'm just getting all this air stuff, so it could be, this could be tied to either of those planets and or the air signs. But more importantly, it's about crown chakra stuff and messages, intuitive messages, psychic insight, awareness into your romantic life. Fortune cookie messages: love or romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. That's the near future. Masculine's higher self. What's up with you, masculine? Oh, it's Jesus. Open your heart to love. And I don't know if, well, you guys wouldn't have seen it yet because it's still uploading, but I named my love reading 7-7 equals Christ. 7-7 equals Christ. And that is because in numerology, or if you know how like A equals 1, B equals 2, whatever. So the words Christ total 77. And the love reading totaled 77 in terms of I think it was like 34.52 minutes long. So 7-7. Anyway, the Jesus just reminded me of the Christ message. Open your heart to love, says Jesus to the masculine. And also it's paired with Gaia. So it's like masculine and feminine energy coming together. And it's about emotions and love, but also being grounded when it comes to Gaia. So this is very interesting. This is very Virgo too. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth and stay grounded. And the fortune cookie message is paired with that is achievement. Enjoy the limelight that you've earned, because you've earned it. Although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. For specifically, I guess for us Geminis at least, the Virgo, our the sixth house, and for us it rules it doesn't rule our sixth house. Virgo rules the sixth house, but for us Geminis, it rules our fourth house of like home and family and stuff. So that can be a special message there too, tied to that with the Virgo energy. But home and family. Somebody's not well. Being grounded. Open your heart to love. Masculine, I'm getting like, I don't think this is like sick. I don't think this is to be taken literally. I think it's like you that's not necessarily well because you're closed off and maybe a little flighty. So that's why you have to open your heart to love and like sort of like come back down to earth. Blocks to individual or shared progress. Ascension issues. Here's Ocean again. I was looking for her before. Drink more water. Everybody drink water. Teacher awakens, which is interesting because it's sitting right here next to higher learning and the other teacher. We have Mary Magdalene. So more of this Virgo introspection energy. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. So letting something stop you, letting anything block you or get in the way, we'll find out in a minute how we can work with that. But the block has been... it's ascension period, a teacher's awakening, and you need more water because of it. Also because there's soul expansion. See, that's what I told you. All of these are 3 different decks. They're all talking about the ascension. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call and don't let anything stop you. And Ocean, which I mentioned in the beginning when she says drink more water. It is for me because of ascension. It's the fortune cookie message that joins these is property. A property purchase or sale for many. So some of you can have some sort of success with that. But security concerns, heed security concerns in any transaction. So whether you're selling something, whether you're receiving something, and I think we're supposed to take it not so literal in connection to the ascension and maybe even exchange of energy and messages with other beings and things. Be careful with the transactions. Don't just receive, or allow yourself to be opened up to any old energy. Like watch the energy that you're exchanging with, and the people, the beings you're exchanging energy with, you're exposing your like soul to. What the feminine can do to help herself with these blocks. Persistence, says Lou. So keeping at it. And focused intention. So this is all about like law of attraction too, says Diana. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high and expect the best possible outcome. Even in the case of difficult times, be on guard against chaos and unforeseen perils, or emotional upheaval are foretold. So like if you're not careful, something can happen. If you don't watch your back, if you exchange your energy with negativity, maybe on negative beings, or you're not careful, you expose yourself to an unwanted energy, there could be peril. So here's the block. Here's how you help yourself with it. Masculine for you, we have priorities. So again, getting your priorities in order. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe, and angels stand close to you. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. And that is paired with manifestations very nicely. A bountiful time awaits you. Your wishes could manifest right before your eyes. And it's part of your growth. And what the universe wants for us both, and even wants to help us with, should we welcome it to do so, is nurturing ourselves, says Mother Mary. And we got more Marys here. The Miriam. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. So both of these are about healing ourselves and nurturing ourselves, taking care of us. The sacred vision, and also nurture yourself from Mother Mary. Oh, wow. Look what it's paired with. The fortune cookie message. It's nature. Interact with nature in the outdoors, around animals, farmlands, or by the ocean, and this will be good for your soul and healing for you. And what do we get in time for the full moon? Or by the full moon? I love this. Artistic expression. So working on that communication, you'll be able to say what you need, and say what you mean and mean what you say, or express yourself in some very creative way that maybe only will be shown unto you in time or by the time of the next moon cycle. And we have Lord Shiva showing up. See, this is why I wanted to use these cards. Transcendence. Rise up. Honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. And we have that paired with the fortune cookie message. Perseverance. You may feel like you're getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. That's very Shiva-like. That's very transcendence. Right? Knocking down what doesn't work, what's crappy. And that's why it seems like, everything's crappy, but he knocks it down and gets rid of it. And then you see, okay, here's finally the wonderful stuff. It's exposed after that. Very nice. Now we're going to do a spread specifically. We're going to use the same cards, but we're going to do one specifically from the perspective of the masculine. So hopefully this one will be a little bit more romantic, even though these aren't the most romantic decks that I've chosen to use. I still am hoping he has something to say. Some kind words for the feminine through these. A kind message. Let's see. I think this is so cool how an extra card fell, and it was just perfect with the message. All right. Here we go again. There's Venus. Downloads and understanding. So she helps with the growth. And we have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. That's very 6th house, very Virgo. It's all about like lineage and legacy and family and humanitarianism. Michael Jackson was a Virgo. So he's a good example of that, I guess. I was saying I don't think about those things when I think about Virgo necessarily, but he was a Virgo. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. And Baba G is back with the soul expansion. That note I'll cut a bit. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you're on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Signs. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts or confusions will soon disappear. And property and manifestations and commitment are also back. A commitment is indicated around love or business. It will make you feel better. Reinvent yourself. All the same. Ooh, jealousy. Okay. There's that hater. Watch who you trust with your personal secrets and your plans. Spend time outdoors with nature to reconnect and to replenish. The next card is health. It's in reverse. That message goes well with be careful like in all of your transactions. Right? Some relationships are transactional too. And you could be giving, or paying, depositing. And the other person's only making withdrawals out of you. That's the case. Go now. Get away from them. See the other person's point of view. The next card is fertility and Pan, but it's in reverse. Okay, here we go. Divine being or couple, recent past, near future. I'm sorry. What am I doing? So this was the first card. Divine feminine. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. The masculine as it relates to himself. And his feelings on the union or connection as a whole. Overall. What energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union or connection if it were up to him. Like if he could tell her what to do. And what he's, bringing to the table, willing to bring to the table right now. What the universe would like us both to show up with and wants to help us with. And what we can expect to be different or to be working on or to be showing up new in our life by the time of the full moon. And the reason I say by the time of the full moon is because that way if there's anything that needs to be released and let go of, that's when that happens. It's all like a continuing cycle. Divine feminine, the masculine as it relates to the feminine, to himself, and to the union or connection as a whole. Overall, what energy the masculine would have the feminine bring to the union or connection if it were up to him. What he is bringing, what the universe wants us both to show up with and wants to help us to show up with. And the action in time for the full moon. Divine Feminine. Energy healing. Why? Because transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. This is a really good message for the feminine right now, because this is what's happening in accordance with, Hindu beliefs. And it's paired with the message of surprise. A disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. An invitation could bring love to those who are searching. And that, again, is very Shiva. Right? We start out with something that appears negative, and then we realized the beauty that comes out of it. That's the feminine. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. We have find the blessing in your current situation. So like I was saying, we see something that looks negative, that looks ugly, that looks like a, chaos or a disaster for us, upheaval, and then we realize that no, there is something beautiful, or there's something positive, there's something that we need that, is beneficial to us here inside. So, and it's Krishna. Isn't that awesome? Exactly the reasons why I use these. Then paired with green Tara and supreme protection, you are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. So anything that we don't need we're either ridding ourselves or it's being rid for us on our behalf. Positive work outcomes. Consistent efforts will bring rewards, and a major purchase is worth making. I don't think it has anything to do with work in terms of our jobs. I think it's the masculine's effort into the feminine. This is the masculine as it relates to the feminine here. And putting in that effort is going to bring about a reward for him. And major purchase is worth making. Some of us could be, getting engaged or something like that. Or just the deepening of commitment or entering commitment for the first time is what I'm getting with this. The masculine as it relates to himself. The power of joy. Very nice to feel happy. And it is paired with the divine director, intervention and purpose. So he feels happy, he feels full of joy because it's like he's growing into his purpose. He's learning what his purpose is. He's going through an awakening right now too. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Joy, happiness is his purpose. That's why these are paired together. And joined by the fortune cookie message, care is required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes at this time. So be careful of who's in your ear. Again, with whom you're having transactions, basically. Masculine as it relates to the union or connection as a whole. We have thought and right. Thought is here with Horus, as he should be. So we have the communication. We got the full moon. And we have Horus with the cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. And this is about writing. This is about communication. This is about thought also. Those are all the things that Mercury rules. So here we have the thought. We have the communication. We have the words. You could put them on paper, your thoughts. And then here we have those thoughts being manifested. Because our words are powerful. They're spells, basically. So this is telling us that the things that we think and say come true. When I was little, I used to watch this cartoon. It was a British cartoon. This little boy called Simon. It was it was like animated chalk drawings. That's what it was. And he had this little song, it was the theme song of the show. Well, my name is Simon and the things I draw come true. And I was so intrigued by this thing because the things he drew come true, but the things I used to think would come true. And now I realize that that's something that we can all do. We just don't, we all haven't tapped into it in the same way. And don't all have the same strength in the same areas, but we can all do this. Everybody's words have meaning. And they can help to bring about wealth, personal riches. Small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich-quick schemes. So this is what the masculine is trying to manifest, would like to manifest for the union or connection as a whole, for you guys both. Stability and security and financial, well-being. I'm sure well-being in general. Overall, we have clear and shield your energy with El Moria, also partnered with Hilarion and Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and to heal. Your light can support others. Interestingly, it's paired with the message assert yourself, because these two for me give me a feeling of like preserve yourself, right? Divine healing and clear and shield your energy is like, keep some of that energy to you. But this is saying to assert yourself, to put it out there. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for your soulmate connections. Also, the birth of a child is likely. What energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union connection if up to him? Come out of the closet. And Amaterasu partnered with Lady Portia and Divine Order. It's like for things to be as they should be, and things to be just, and things to be equal and equitable and fair. So nobody should feel like they have to be in the closet. Like you can be out and you can be yourself, is what Lady Portia would be saying. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding, and that is partner with communication. A reunion could bring love or a rekindling of friendships. A lucky win seems likely. So for up to the masculine, he would want communication. He would want to reunite, have a reunion. He'd want you to come out from wherever you are. Maybe he doesn't know how to reach you, and communicate. Libra energy showing up here with Lady Portia, as I mentioned earlier. Masculine. You're seeing the situation accurately. More Horus. We have Horus here and we have Horus here. Partnered with charity and prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Masculine, that's for you. Also, achievement. Enjoy the limelight that you got this message before. Enjoy the limelight. You've earned it. Although on the family front, someone's health could cause some secret worries and sleepless nights. Masculine, this was your card before in the other spread. It's your card again. This is the masculine pile. So I think that the person whose health could cause an issue is yours, and that it's not like what we would consider, what we think about normally when we say health. I think it's like more of like a spiritual well-being, an emotional well-being, because you're not necessarily going for it in terms of what you want for union, connection, and in the divine feminine, which is kind of sad. What the universe wants to help us both with. Let it go. Something that we're holding on to that is, keeping us stuck. Let it go. Buddha, increased awareness. Deep connection, trust your inner voice. And I think that let it go and increased awareness kind of go together. I talked about in the general reading, this attitude of it is what it is, and like not holding on to stuff and letting everything go. Once you've reached that, it's because you have reached this sort of like higher level of consciousness where you don't allow any and everything to disturb you and to disrupt your energy and to lower your vibration. You know, so that I think that's what the universe wants to help us all with, in challenges in general. Okay, this is the fortune cookie card that's partnered with that message. Take time out from problems or conflicts, or approach softly to avoid making matters worse. Yeah, just take time out. Like, you know, again, it is what it is. Things are going to be what they're going to be. No use in giving yourself a heart attack about it. Just, we do what we can. You know, we do what we can, and what's not in our power, we give it to the universe, or we give it to God, or whatever it is in which we believe, and let them handle it. And our final placement is teacher. So coming like full circle, back to that Hierophant or earth energy there. I mean, the Hierophant is about giving to others, and you see him. He looks like he's making an offering, you know, making contracts with others, and he looks like he is making some sort of offering. He's like carrying somebody this flame, which is interesting. I never paid attention to that. Let me like show you guys too. He's like keeping the flame lit and bringing it to someone. So that's a message in itself. Keeping the flame lit and bringing and carrying it to you. And Mercury. I kept talking about Mercury. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So I think all of these cards like showed us that by the end of it all, we'd be able to say what we needed to say. I mean, this one definitely did for me. But now we have like confirmation and intuition. Trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, to change careers, or to invest money, or to get into a relationship. Yeah. Or, you know, have some kids or something, or talk to your ancestors. Actually, I think the other, speaking of kids, I think the other feast day today, I think it's called Ganesh Chartuthi. Don't quote me, because it's from memory. I may not be remembering all the letters that were in the word, and therefore pronouncing it incorrectly. But it is a celebration based around Parvati and Ganesha, like Ganesha being presented, I guess, sort of like to the world, the day that his mother brought him down to earth, so to speak. Anyway, happy whatever you're celebrating, new moon, you know, the Ganesh celebration, the new moon Hindu celebration, other celebrations all over the world, Rosh Hashanah for Hebrew and Jewish communities. You know, those looking toward the Ethiopian New Year also at the end of the week, 9/11, all those things. I wish everybody a good next couple weeks. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate it. Namaste.